Good evening, everyone. My name's Irene, and I'm just joining in with the worldwide jingle, Ring the Bell for the Children, on Christmas Eve. Just waiting for some people to join us for your free live mini readings on this Christmas evening. Christmas Eve evening. That didn't sound right, did it? Hiya, Jackie. I'm just looking at me thing there. It says Cherokee Spirit and Cherokee Spirit Services. Don't know why it's doing that. Hiya, Julie. Well, good evening, everybody. And my iPad won't even move any further up. There's something going wrong with this as well. Well, let's switch it. It's stuck. Here we go. It's going to be one of them nights, I think. It's going to be a funny one. Hiya, Alison. Evening, everyone. There we are. It's moved. You like me hat? I just thought I'd get with it a little bit. I thought I'd put my hat on and I'll be sweating shortly. I've got my little elf t-shirt on. I just thought, why not try and get in a mood. So it's nice to see everybody this evening. Apologies last night and Monday night. It's just been very, very busy. I've been busy making stuff and busy with work and really tired. So on tonight, hopefully we'll have a canny little night. So tonight I think we'll do a bit of a mixy up. Do I look good, Ali? Thanks. You're ever so kind, Alison. I'm sweating already. So I'm thinking we'll do a bit of a mix-up. So if you'd like to ask me a question this evening, please feel free to do so. And if I can answer it, I will. If I can't, I can't. But if I know the answer, I'll give you it. And if I get it right, you've got to give us 10 points, right? But I know there's quite a few people outside ringing the bells for the kids because it's the worldwide Ring the Bell for the Kids Christmas Eve bell, ringing the bell. Hiya, Sandra. So I do know there's quite a few of yous out there. Hiya, Amy. Happy Christmas to you as well, darling. So, like I said, we'll do a bit of a mixy up. Hiya, Hazel. If you've got a question for me and I know the answer, I get 10 points. If I don't know the answer, you get 10 points, right? And I don't even know where I'm going with that. It's just a bit of fun. Hiya, Gail. In the sense of the word, a bit of fun. Now, I know Christmas Eve, or the build up to Christmas, it hasn't been the same this year. I do know that, and everybody knows it. It's been pretty pants. A lot of people aren't getting into the Christmas spirit for one reason or the other, but in the next sense, it's like a lot of people have lost a lot of loved ones around about this time of the year. And to do a little bit of what we're doing tonight, hopefully it'll bring a bit of comfort and a bit of peace to you guys who are watching. Thanks, Sandra. I'm going to sell it off later on. But yeah, it's a sad time for some people, happy time for some. And I think you can say that all year round, but I think especially around Christmas time, people tend to feel it just that little bit more. So we'll try and, I don't know, we'll do something different. So if you've got a question for me to start the evening off, please feel free to ask, because we're going to do a little bit of everything, I think, tonight, rather than just the cards or whatever. So, hiya, Janice. So if you'd like to shot a question at me while I'm shuffling these cards, because I will start us off tonight with a card. Hiya, Beverly. But again, if you would like a question answered, so it's like being gnawn away at you, but it's got to be about spiritualism or something like that. But, you know, if I know it, I'll give you the answer. I'm also going to have one of you up tonight. We'll do the live on there as well. But yeah, it's going to be a nice, easy night, I think, she said. I love easy nights. Don't do bad nights. So is everybody done for Christmas? Your mum's always with you, Jackie. Your mum's always with you. Jackie, would your mum only be a small lady? And I mean small in the sense of 5'4", 5'5" in height. And she would have been rather slim to the build as well. Hi, Dion. Hi, Linda. I haven't Hazel at the minute, no. When you go upstairs, do you go with your husband or your parents? Both. Right, I'm just going to go with Jackie at the minute, okay? Now, Jackie, please listen, okay? Please listen to me. Now, I'm going to say to you where your mum, that descriptor I've just given you. Your mum, she was a queer old bird, but she was a lovely woman. She was absolutely lovely. And I'm getting the impression from this lady that she would have done anything for anybody, but at the same time, she had a temper about her and she had her own way, and she could be quite stubborn at times as well, Jackie. If that makes sense, give us a yes. Because we're going straight into this. I can see your questions coming up, but I do know I've got Jackie's mum here with me, and I know she's trying to come through and to convey her love to her daughter. She tells me to make where she was from a biggish family as well. There was more than 3 of yous. And she tells me she used to spread herself quite thin on the ground. So she tried to help everybody and anybody. Always left herself to last, Jackie. Always left herself to last. So she had nothing else to give in the sense of the word. I am going to say to you as well, Jackie, you carry a lot of your mum with you, okay? And your mum knows you've shed quite a lot of tears. You're quite an emotional person at times. And she's saying, come on, Jackie. Come on, my love. Whether mum smoked as well, Jackie, because I keep getting the smell of tobacco right underneath my nose here. So whether mum smoked or I've got somebody else here, spirit side of life, who would have smoked, but she brings that sense in there. But she says to you, Jackie, she's never actually left you. She's always there with you, okay? She talks about the March month as well. She talks about March month, where March things went a bit belly up in March month, she tells me, because she puts her emotion on me there. And she says, you cry and cry and cry. At times you'll cry yourself to sleep, and half the time you don't even know why you're crying there. She doesn't give me her name, Jackie, but she talks about where she comes with this as much love. She said she only wished she could have left you with a bit more than what she did, okay? Because she tells me she wasn't a rich lady, but she was rich. She was rich in herself, in her own way, she tells me, and that's what I have to bring forward. She wraps you around in a scarf there, Jackie. So whether mum used to wear the scarf or you do, but that's what she brings forward, and that's what she wants you to remember her by, with her love. But she says you will smell her from time to time, okay? And she is always round you. She is always there with you, all right? Would you understand as well, Jackie, where there would be a child, spirit side of life as well, please? I have a child here, and I believe there's a lot of emotion still attached where this child is, this child that was taken to spirit side of life. And I've also got the name of Susan as well there, Jackie. I've got the name of Susan. Now, I don't know where Susan's fitting, but I've been given the name Susan. But just remember your mum's there, and she would have had that little sherry or that little drink with you on Christmas Eve, and she raises her glass, okay? She raises her glass to you, and she says, well done for all your achievements, what you've done, but try to keep your spirits up. Try to keep your spirits up, she tells me. She gives me a nice piece of Christmas cake there as well. So she would have had whether it be the sherry or whatever tipple she had, but she would have the Christmas cake as well. But she brings her in and she says an awful lot of love. She puts lipstick on me there as well, Jackie. So whether she used to go out with or not out without her lippy on, she's got a thing about lipstick here, okay? But she brings all that love in, and she's saying, just remember her for the way she was and not the way she went. And she knows, she tells me, you'll know exactly what I mean when I'm saying that. You know what she means, okay? So accept this lady's love, accept her, love Jackie, and raise your glass to her in the memories of the fun times you had, okay? And that's what I'm going to leave you with there, all right? So that was pretty quick and pretty straight in with this lady because she wanted to be in. And that's how quick it works. I know you miss her, and she knows you miss her, Jackie, but she's never just a thought away. She's always there with you, my love. Right, let's go. Right, Sandy, it's all about spirit tonight, my love. I haven't touched the cards yet. I picked them up to shuffle them, but we're just having a bit of a mix-up. So it's not a personal one-to-one read site. It's pretty random and pretty mixed up tonight, okay? Um, so I'm just going back over on some of your comments here with your questions. Amy, happy Christmas to you. Um, let's just go back a bit. We've answered Jackie. The Black Shadow, Hazel, I haven't got a clue. I think myself personally, it could have been one of us with the shadows. I'm not sure. But I didn't, if I'm honest, didn't really look at it that much. Hi, Linda. I'm fine. Thank you very much, Leon. Right. Gail Marshall, when you go upstairs to your husband or with your parents, it's a bit of a mixture of both, I think, where you feel more comfortable with, because you've got your family down here and then you've got your spiritual family as well. So they don't class it as being like, you know, where we would get territorial or say that's my family and I need to go with her and I need to be with him. It doesn't work like that. And this is just my opinion. When we go to the spirit side of life, there is that sense of belonging. We all belong together. Okay, so whether your mum comes for you or your dad comes for you or your husband or whatever, if that's where you feel most comfortable, that's where you will be. Okay, and there's no grudges. Nobody holds anything against your spirit side of life. And for me, that's just the way it is. That's how it's meant to be. We're in harmony with everything and everyone that we come across, okay? So there's no hard feelings or if, you know, no spitefulness or anything like that. So I would say it depends on who you feel more comfortable with. And if you felt more comfortable with all of them, you would meet up with all of them. And that's just my opinion. So other people will have their take on it, but that's my opinion, okay? So I hope that's answered you. Who else have we got? Right, Sandra, your dad. Yeah, definitely. I believe all our spirit families are always there this time of the year. Like I said to start off with, this time of the year is quite sad for some people. Um, and this is when we send out our most thoughts. And again, this is where spirit come in. Really, really more so than I'm not going to say any other time in the year, but they're very much aware of the emotions and the thoughts that are sent out to them there. So I would say yes, definitely, Sandra, where your dad will be watching over us this Christmas and every Christmas. But I believe they watch over us every day of our lives while we're still here. They're still looking after us. Sandra, would you understand the connection to foreshores? Foreshores. And I mean foreshores like in Stockton High Street where they used to sell all the tobacco and that type of smell, the pipe tobacco, because that's the smell or what I'm being given there and memories of that. So I want to say your dad's very much aware where you've been sending out your thoughts and you've been being a little bit nostalgic. Okay, you've been sending out your thoughts and remembering old times, but that's the sense what he's putting underneath me there. That's what I can smell. That's what I know. Okay, so there's the sense of that. Foreshores with a pipe backy. And I'm going to say to you there, Sandra, your dad wasn't old when he went spirit side of life. He was still in his prime of his life. That's what he makes me aware of. And my old, like I'm saying, 90, he doesn't feel 90 to me. He's saying to me he was in the prime of his life and he was here 1 minute and bang had gone the next. That's how I feel with him, okay? But again, handsome man. And it's a feeling and the energies I'm sensing here. He talks about where you talk to his picture. You've got a photo of him and you talk out loud to his photo. Would that make sense to you, please, Sandra? If it makes sense, give us a double yes down the bottom. You're very welcome, Gail. Oh, bless you, Joe. Right. Right, Sandra, thank you for that confirmation there. He tells me, sometimes you shout at him at this picture, but whether you've been asking for some confirmation of some sort, or you would have talked things over with him, or he would have helped you, um, sort something out, like a situation. You'd have gone and spoke to him about it, and he would have given you his opinion. And I believe whether you've been talking out loud to him, to this picture, saying, right, come on, Dad, give me the answer what I need. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. And he chuckles about this. And whether this is true or not, this is the feeling he gives. And this is what I'm aware of. He's got a wicked smile here and he's saying, work it out for yourself, girl. Stop listening to your heart and start using this. And if that makes sense to you, Sandra, give me 2 yeses, because that's the way he brings it in. He's saying, start using this. He's saying, you know exactly what you should be doing, but you're not. You're allowing your heart to rule your head. He's saying, turn it round the other way and let the head rule the heart for a change, and you'll be surprised. He puts May month in front of you. May month comes in there, so I have to mention the May month to you. Would you also understand as well there, Sandra? He puts another memory there where I believe this would have been your nana or your granny would have said this. You were found or made underneath the gooseberry bush. And he laughs about it. He's laughing about it, okay? And I believe it's just a bit of confirmation there for you, that he is there. He's talking about there and he puts it on me. Now, I know I've got my daft hat on, yeah, but my ears are burning. And I am going to say to you, Sandra, your ears have been burning or stinging red hot today, because he tells me he's been there and he's been whispering in your ears all day long, okay? All day long, he tells me, and you haven't played. You haven't what? Yeah, you just haven't listened to him. That's what I have to say to you. All right. But accept your dad's love, and in the knowing he is there with you. All right. And he does listen to you when you're shouting at his picture. He is there and he does hear you. So start listening to yourself as well, he says. So I'm going to leave your dad's love there. And I'm going to say God bless and thank you very much for listening. Right, Joe Walker, would you understand the name of Nikki, please? Nikki. Now, I don't know where I'm going with Nikki. I don't know whether I want Nikki upstairs or Nikki here on the earth plane. But either way, you didn't realise you do now, Sandra. So, Joe, the name of Nikki, that's what I'm looking for, my love. If it's not with you, I'm probably moved and gone somewhere else for Nikki. Louise Broadbeck. Yeah, Dad's always watching over you, sweetheart. Always. And your Dad's 1 year memorial today. I'm looking for Nikki. You're very welcome, Sandra. Hi, Wendy. Right, folks, I'm looking for Nikki. Joe Walker, can you understand the name of Nikki, please? That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Nikki. Everything seems to have stopped at my end. Joe saying no. Right. You don't know Nikki. Where am I going with Nikki then? I've got the name of Nikki here, folks, and it's in relation to one of your questions there. Just bear with me 1 second. So, Joe Walker, I know you said it's a year since your mum, or coming up a year. Louise Broadbeck. Right, you understand the Nikki, Louise? And you've just been asking about your dad, haven't you? Let me see. Yeah. Right, Nikki, if you can Louise, if you can understand the Nikki, give me a yes. Right, you have a Nikki. Right, thank you very much. Right, Nikki, would you understand the cancer condition as well, please? If you can, just give me a yes down there. Give me a yes if you can understand the cancer, because I'm very much aware I've got a cancer condition here. Right, thank you. So that's where I'm at. I'm really sorry, Joe. I thought I was with you. I could well be with you as well. I'm not sure yet. I probably have got 2 connections in, but I'm very much aware of a cancer condition, and I know I needed that link in with the name of Nikki, okay? And I'm not saying Nikki's got cancer. I'm just aware of that condition. All right. So, Louise, I'm going to say there, Oh, right. I don't know whether this is with Dad. Would Dad have passed with a cancer, please, Louise? Because I feel as though I've got two energies here and I don't know where I'm at. Right, thank you very much. Right, let me try and narrow this down. Now, I believe as Dad comes in there, please, Louise, I feel as though he deteriorated very, very quickly before he went spirit side. He deteriorated. He no sooner found out, and it was in a matter of months when he passed spirit side. That's the impression and that's the feeling he gives me, okay? He tells me he went right through the mill, and I don't feel old again with this gentleman. I don't feel old. Oh, here we go. It's too early, man. Go away. It's Christmas. Go, go and sorry, folks. I wish we could get something on here that would just cipher these out. Right, thank you, Louise. I've lost my thread now. Right. Dad tells me when he was passing spirit side of life, his voice would have gone or he could hardly speak. And that's how I feel as he comes in a bit closer there. I feel a bit hoarse with him and he's talking. And he says to me, right, thank you. He says to me there was a lot of things he needed to say before he passed spirit side of life and a lot of things he needed. I don't know what that is, right. I believe your dad, this gentleman, he had a lot of things to say and he didn't get a chance to say them and he apologises for that, okay? He apologises for that. He tells me where medication was concerned because he keeps showing me the medication, whether he wouldn't take it or he refused to take it or he couldn't take it, but he tells me there was a problem with medication. I don't believe I could swallow it. All right. But I do know there was certain things I needed to say, things to get off my chest. He puts November month in front of me, so November must mean something to you as well. All right. It must mean something to you. He also tells me as well, I am Sarah, thank you. He also tells me as well he could have been or he should have been a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Understanding before he got poorly because he tells me he was a very independent man, very independent. Oh God, I'm not going to say. I'm just going to say if he said something, he said it, and that was it. He didn't express his feelings very good, and that's how I feel with him. That's why I'm struggling to say what I need to say with him. Um, but yeah, I need, hiya Diane, I just need to send his love to you, all right? And in the knowing that he is there. That's what I have to say to you. Um, Merry Christmas to you, Julie, as well. Hiya Diane. Oh, right, you folks. I have to tell you, Tracy, Dad, I'm saying Tracy there because you said it sounds like yours, right, Louise? I have to say to you, this gentleman is very much on the mend, okay? His cancer and everything's now left him, and he does come in and around you. But I have to talk about as well, please, where there would have been a rose bush or something planted in memory of him. He makes me aware of that, okay? Now, I have to mention Mum as well. Now, I don't know whether Mum's still here or we've got Mum's spirit side of life, but I know I have to mention Mum as well. And I feel quite emotional as I mention her. So whether I've left her and I didn't want to leave her, but that's how I feel, okay? But I feel as I need to send thoughts out where Mum's concerned, okay? So I'm sending that thought where Mum is here on the earth plane. I definitely want Mum on the earth plane now. I don't want her upstairs. I know where I'm at. So I need to send that love out to Mum as well, okay? Because I believe Mum's gone through a little bit of a difficult time herself as well. So I'm going to leave that gentleman's love with you. And I want to say God bless you and thank you very much for listening there, folks. So if that makes sense to you, Louise, that's absolutely fantastic. Right. I know I've got a lady with me coming in here. The name of Janice. If anybody can understand the name of Janice, please. We're on a roll here tonight, folks. It's because it's Christmas Eve and we're jingling and we're jangling, right? I've got the name of Janice, Spirit Side of Life. And I do believe I'm somebody's mum. And I'm going to say I love a good time as well, okay? Because I've got this smile on my face and it's as if I'm going out and I'm getting ready and I'm going out and I'm going to paint the town red. And I am going to say, when I was here on the earth plane, I knew how to enjoy myself. That's what I'm saying here. And I've got a thing for Bacardi as well, because Bacardi's coming in, and I don't like Bacardi, but this lady would have had a Bacardi and Coke. She would have liked a Bacardi and Coke. So you're very welcome, Louise. So if anybody can understand Janice and the description I've just given there, give me a yes down the bottom, or I'm going to scroll through. You're very welcome, Louise. I'm going to scroll through and see who else has been asking. I have got a card in my hand, but I can't actually pick it up. Hiya, Betsy. All right, let me see. Was your mum at your son's last week talking to my granddaughter? She certainly was, Sandra. I'm looking for a Janice. Right, folks. They're not free readings, darling. They're random, absolutely random. So I'm looking for Janice. Does anybody can connect to Janice or not? I know I've got somebody's mum. Rightio. No. It's all right, Betsy. They're just totally random, but I am looking for Janice. I'm looking for a connection with Janice. Where we've gone. Come on. Somebody knows Janice. We need to find you. I'm just having a scroll back over here to see who was asking a question here, because I know I've got Janice. Right, Jackie, you've got a Janet. No, it's Janice. It's definitely a Janice I want. Definitely Janice. Right, Janice here. Right, you've got a Janice here. Right, so Michelle Croft, you're saying you've got a Janice here, yeah? So would you understand where I've got a mother connection, spirit side of life, who would have loved a good time and she loves having a Bacardi and a Coke? If that makes sense, right, that's fine if you can take it on the earth plane, but would you understand the female, the mother I've got connected, spirit side of life, who would have loved to have a good drink and had a good time when she was here? That's the feeling and that's the impression I'm being given, okay? Right, your dad's partner, right? Dad's partner, Sarah, your dad's partner. Is that Janice? Or was your dad's partner? Or is your dad's partner upstairs? Getting confused here now. It's getting too complicated. All I know is I've got a lady, spirit side of life. Right. Yes, close like a mother. Right. And right. So there's Sarah asking, there's Sarah acknowledging and Michelle. Right. So both of you ladies, please listen up. The lady I've got connected with me would have absolutely loved to go out and enjoy herself this time of the year or any time of the year, she tells me. She makes me aware she didn't really need an excuse. She just totally loved life and enjoyed having fun. That's the way she puts it. If that makes sense, give me 2 yeses. That's what I'm waiting for. So give me the 2 yeses, folks, and we can move on. Right, Janice, sorry, brilliant. Yeah. I don't feel old with this lady either. I don't feel old. And I just don't feel old. And I feel as though where this lady is, again, she wouldn't have I can't talk. She wouldn't have suffered fools gladly So she's telling me there's something going on here on the earth plane where you really need to put your foot down and stop allowing people to take the mick. Because she's saying that's what's happening. That's all right, Sarah. Michelle, if it's for you, listen. She's saying stop allowing people to take a lend of you, all right? Because she wouldn't have allowed it, so why are you? And that's what I have to say to you. Stop allowing them to take the mick out of you, because she's saying you're better than that, okay? You're better than that. She also makes me aware, she's saying you know stuff that's going on and you've kept quiet about it, or there's something going on that you're not speaking about because you don't want to be involved in it, okay? But she's saying don't allow them to take a lend of you. Right, so here's the card. We're going to come in with a card now, okay? So the card, as I'm connecting to it, I am going to say, oh, Michelle, as I look at the card, which is the Tower, okay, it's like I've got this really hard exterior, and I try to keep people at arm's length because I've had that many people hurt me past text, so I don't want them in my life unless I absolutely get to know them and I know they're not going to take the mick out of me. That's what I feel. So everybody's at arm's length and you don't suffer fools gladly, the same as what this lady's saying to me, okay? I'm also going to say to you there, you have this barrier up all the time. You have a barrier up and you don't allow people in, and you're trying to protect yourself with your own emotions. If this makes sense, give us a yes. If it doesn't, say, Irene, it's a load of crap. I don't know what you're on about. But that's how I feel. I feel as though I've built this tower, I've built this wall right around me so people can't get in, because I don't want people to upset me and I want to keep people at arm's length. I'm also going to say to you as well there, please, I have got connections there to prisons. So whether I've got memories of somebody being locked up, or a connection to prisons or prison wardens, that's what I'm getting from the card. That's what I have to say to you, okay? So whether I'm visiting somebody or somebody's just looking at a little sentence for something they've done, that's what I'm getting from the card. So I do know that's what it entails. And I'm also going to say to you as well, please, as well with this card, I want hospitals as well. Okay, I want hospitals with this. There's an appointment or appointments coming up. I want more than one appointment, so it's follow-up appointments, and you've got to keep them. I'm being told keep your appointments. Do not let your appointments slide. Okay, that's what I have to say with this. But this prison connection, I'm shaking my head as I'm saying it. Don't waste your energy on it, okay? Don't waste your energies. That's what I have to say. I'm also going to say to you as well there, please, there's been a broken relationship here. So whether I've been married twice or I've had 2 rings on my finger, that's what I'm getting from this card. And this is where I feel as though I'm keeping people at arm's length because I don't want to be hurt anymore. And it's all been about materialistic. And again, I'm not very trustworthy of people where relationships are, so I tend to keep a lot to myself. I don't want to give myself away in that respect anymore. So again, if that makes sense, please take it on board what I'm saying. But again, don't suffer fools gladly. I also want somebody's spirit side of life who would have rolled their own ciggies as well, because I'm rolling my own fags here, and I've got the old zippy flicker, the old zipper lighter, and I believe I've still got that here on the earth plane where the zipper lighter comes in, because I can smell the petrol fumes. And as I've said, petrol fumes as well, I'm very much aware I've got somebody there, spirit side of life, who would have been involved in a fire or an arsonist. So if that makes sense to you, Michelle, or you, Stacey, or you, Sarah, please give me a yes there where I've got this arsonist or somebody would have set fire to something. That's what I'm getting. I've got the smell of petrol and I just like watching the flames. So I know it's an arsonist I've got. I just like lighting things, lighting fires. Everything seems to have stopped at the minute, both sides. So keep liking and sharing the post. If you like it, share it. It'll push the reel up, she said. Merry Christmas, everybody. Ring your bells. Just gone stupid there for 5 minutes. Did you notice that? Right, Michelle, enough for you. Not the arsonist then. Oh, yeah, I've definitely got an arsonist. Take on board what I said though, Michelle, please, and just remember I've said it. Sarah, does it mean anything to you? There we go. Thank you very much. So I know the arsonist or spirit side, because I know I had them smells of petrol. All right. And I know I just like to watch the fire. I just liked. Right. I just like to watch fire. I like lighting fires. And I know I'm a little bit of an arsonist. I don't know. But yeah, took some doing that, didn't it? Flintlock. Don't know. Would you understand where the zipper lighter would be as well then, Stacey, please? The zipper. I'm writing it down here. I don't know why I have to write the zipper down. There's something to do with the zipper lighter. Somebody's got it. Don't know. I don't know. Where are we at? There. Excuse me. It's copied. Right, folks. Thank you for liking and sharing this. I can see them all going up there. Absolutely appreciate it. Absolutely brilliant. Rightio, folks. Not really to the zipper lighter. Has somebody got a zippy? There you go, Debbie can understand it. Right, so folks, you know we said it's all mixed up tonight, and it is going to be all mixed up. We've got quite a few messages out there already, which is really, really good. I'm going to put the link in there to come live with me. There it is. Now, to come live with me, you've got to come off this live feed, go onto my page, click in the comments, and then hopefully it'll find you here. Yeah, hopefully it will. So I'm going to go back up over, because there was somebody else who asked me a question there. Lucy, I'm very, very sorry about a friend of yours who's passed suddenly. I have to say to you, Lucy, sometimes when we pass suddenly, spirit side of life, I have to say, yes, we're all right. We are all right. But sometimes when we pass suddenly, it depends what we've passed with or, you know, what we've actually done. I believe we go to a healing place. We go to the healing halls. And it's where we receive that spiritual healing on both sides. And once we feel as though we're healed, we can come back. It's all right, Charlene. But yeah, we heal on both sides. We heal spirit side and we heal this side. So I am going to say to you, Lucy, your friend is absolutely fine. Okay. And there's quite a few people that pass in tragic circumstances, but they do heal on the other side. So I am going to say, yes, they're fine. Okay. So folks, there's the link in the feed there. If you would like to click on it and come live with me, please feel free to have a go. You never know. It could be you. You heard me. But yeah, it's all about sharing tonight. So if anybody else would like to come up live with me, please click the link. Come off the live feed, get yourself over on my page, click on it in the comments, and it should bring you down the bottom. Hopefully, anyway. Nobody seems to be taking the bait at the minute. Hopefully as well. What have we got? Right, I've got right earache here. That's a good question, that, you know, Michelle. Sometimes it can get quite annoyed. And they'll come through and they will say, you know, that they're really annoyed. Wasn't their fault. They shouldn't be here. But again, they do find that peace. They do find peace. If you hang on to a lot of negativity, you can't move forward. Now, the only example I can give is somebody I used to know, and it's similar, but it's not the same. I'm trying to put this so I'm not like dropping anybody in it. There we go, people coming on. A friend of mine, husband passed, and she didn't like him. That they had a really bad relationship, and a long story short, she once got a message, or somebody tried giving her a message from him. She didn't, flatly refused. She didn't want to hear from him. But my response to that is, she can't move on, and neither can he, because you've got to forgive. Now, I always say you don't have to forget. You never forget, but you have to forgive to move forward. And I think that applies to both sides, be it spirit side or in the living. If you are hanging on to something and you're dragging it about with you, it becomes a little bit heavy. It's like a ball and chain, and you never get any further forward. You're stuck. Okay. But yeah, I would say absolutely find peace, spirit side of life, and they don't carry the anger. So I hope that answered your question, Michelle. I know it wasn't as cut as dry as what I thought it was going to be, but I believe that spirit don't hold on to that anger. All right. So that's what I'm going to say to that one. Right. Where we're going. Sarah. Right, we've got two come up there. So let me see. See where we're going. We're going to invite this lady up here, and I haven't got a clue where I'm going with her, who I've got. Hiya, Sarah. You all right?
Hiya.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, you're a bit going all over.
Sorry.
Yeah, you keep freezing. Right,
Can you hear
Sarah.
me?
I don't know who I've got with me at the minute. I'm just aware I've got an energy coming in, okay? So the
Yeah.
signal keeps going on and off, so I'll apologise in advance. Right. Right, Sarah, would you understand where the gentleman, spirit side of life, is wanting to connect with you, please?
Yeah.
Now then, when I'm saying gentleman, yeah, it could be granddad, it could be father-in-law. That's what I'm going to say to you. I know I've got a gentleman coming in, and I know you're waiting for a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can understand
but I
that.
know you
I'm
wait.
just trying
I
to
know
knock
you
that phone
wait.
call off.
Sorry.
I was just knocking that phone call off. Sorry.
Ah, I know you're waiting for a lady to connect, though. Would that make sense?
Maybe, but the gentleman's fine.
I know
The
I've got a gentleman
father-in-law's
there,
fine.
and I know there's a lady in the background, okay? So I know I've got a gentleman that wants to connect, and he comes in like this, so I do know he's with family, okay? I do know he's
Yeah.
connected to the family. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I
It
know,
does.
I
Yeah.
know, I know I have to mention the October month as well too, yeah. But where this gentleman connects, he says to me, there's something going on around you where you just won't listen to what people are trying to say to you. They're trying to give you some good advice and you're not listening. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not, sorry, the signal's a bit pants. So he's not opening it up. He just makes me aware there's something you should be paying attention to. They're trying to help you. But he's saying you're that bull-headed and pig-headed, you won't listen. Yeah?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
He tells me there's lots of changes coming in around you as well, but you sometimes you'll run into things without thinking about it, and then you're reaping the consequences after. Does that make sense? Sorry, the signal keeps going, folks. I don't know whether it's going on your end as well. No, we're buffering. We're buffering. Can everybody still hear me? Can you still hear me, Sarah? The volume's gone. Can't hear
If you went off for an hour
Can you hear me now?
yeah.
you. Just to say, yeah, you just keep going off.
15-20 minutes of a match.
Oh, back on.
Right.
Can you hear now?
Yeah. Yeah. You just keep buffering. So what I'm going to say to you is, if changes are coming, you've got to go with the changes. All right, you've got to go with the changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. March
Yeah.
month comes in as well. He talked about March month, and he's chuckling about March month. So there's something around March month that you know about, or there's something going on around March. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there's 3 birthdays.
Right. He's laughing about, I don't know why he's laughing, but he's saying March month, there's a significance with the March month, okay? But he says, go with the changes, but listen to what people have to say to you first, instead of just running into things. Because he's saying,
Yeah.
you just go into things without thinking things through, and then it's like, it's all like up in the air, yeah? So he's saying,
Yeah.
work things out first, let people help you before you make your mind up what to do, instead of just jumping first, okay? But go with the changes, because there's big changes coming for you, and that's what he says to me to tell you, all right? And
Is
stop
it
being,
father-in-law that you've got?
it just feels like a father vibration. That's how he comes in, okay?
Right.
But that's what he says to me. Stop being so pig-headed and bloody stubborn, and let people help you. Start listening to what they're trying to say to you, okay? Would you understand the heart condition?
I would, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's
it's
what he puts on me there. He talks about the heart. But he brings his heart here, okay? And he says he wears it on his sleeve, all right?
Yeah.
He wears his heart on his
Could I
sleeve.
could I ask you if you could say hello to his ex-wife?
His ex-wife. Is she
Wife.
there?
This is his ex-wife here, Linda.
Hiya, you all right?
John. She's got John. She's got John.
John what?
There with her. She's speaking to John now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
bless
come
you.
through for me. I've just asked her to ask John to say hello.
Yeah,
You're all right,
Yeah.
my love. Would I be
I
correct?
am, yeah.
Would I be correct in saying that when this gentleman was here on the airplane, he had quite a sense of humour? He was quite funny.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's chuckling away. He's as if to say, well, she doesn't even bloody recognise me there. Yeah. And he's having a
Yeah.
little bit of a giggle about that. All right.
Yeah.
But he tells me you get quite emotional and all. And he's saying, can you just
Yeah.
stop crying? Because he thinks it's
Oh,
quite
yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would the gin and tonic mean anything to you?
Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just raises the
Yeah.
gin and tonic, that's all, okay? Would you also understand where he would have often frequented, and I'm getting working men's clubs here?
Sorry?
Didn't you used to go to
Working
Working Man's
Man's
Club on the
Club.
Queens?
Yes.
Yeah, he just mentions
Yeah.
that. He said he used to love going there because he was a man's man, but he loved the pub, but he liked the cheap beer as well. He didn't like paying
Yeah.
over the odds. He's not saying he was
Yeah.
tight, even though the people thought he was. He's saying he
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he just sends all of his love. Now, would May month mean anything to you as well, please?
May, the birthday,
May.
passing on that anniversary.
May. Nothing.
May.
Nothing. Nothing in May.
Right.
Did,
You remember I've given you the May month. Can I give you lilies? Who sent him lilies?
Lily's mum.
Who sent him lilies?
Yeah. Who give him lilies when he passed? Somebody brought lilies. He doesn't like lilies.
Oh, I don't know.
He just talks about the lilies, right? And he's just saying,
Got a granddaughter called Lily.
you have, right?
Yeah.
Linda's, yeah.
If I've got that part wrong, I'll apologise, but I just know I have to talk about the lilies, okay?
Well, Lily is his granddaughter.
Right. Is it yourself as well, though, my love, who needs a hearing aid? Who needs a hearing aid?
My hearing's not too good.
Right, you need the hearing aid, he tells me, okay? That's what he says to me. You need the hearing
Yeah.
aid, okay?
Yeah.
He also says to me, and all my lovely, 3 days ago, you found a white feather.
Did you find a feather 3 days ago?
Not really.
Right, you remember
No.
I've said it. Remember I've said it because he brings that white feather in and he puts it right in front of you, okay? He puts it right in front of
Yeah.
you. Would Margaret mean
Yeah.
anything to you?
What?
Could you say that again, Irene?
Margaret, would the name of Margaret,
No. No,
spirit
Margaret.
side,
Nothing from
no Margaret,
No, Margaret.
upstairs,
No,
no?
no, Margaret.
I'm obviously moving then, my
Mm.
lovely, okay? I'm moving over. I've probably got somebody else coming in where I need to connect to Margaret. Take this gentleman's love, okay? But before I leave you as well, would Walter mean anything to you as well?
Walter.
Yeah.
No.
Right,
Not that I know of.
I've definitely moved over. Take this
Yeah.
gentleman's love, and you take his love as well, Sarah. And I'm going to say
Yeah.
thank you very much for coming live to me. And I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Sarah, stop being stubborn and go with what you need to go with, okay? So there's changes
Okay.
where work is as well. There's going to be work related there as well, okay?
Right.
He
Yeah.
brings her in. So take his love and have a beautiful Christmas. That's what I'm going to say to you, okay? Thank you very much for coming
Thank
live.
you, Irene.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know how to get you off. I have. I've done it. Right, you folks. Right, you know Margaretta and a wallet. Walter, you mean? Christina, do you mean Walter? And Margaret. Right, folks, let's go for a card. Oh, I've lost my earphones. I was nipping my lugs anyway. Oh, right. Are we back? Right, folks, if there's anybody mediums out there who want to come live and have a go at this, please feel free to put your hand down there and give us a wave, because if you do, now's your chance. I'll invite you up and you can come and do a bit. That's if you want. Right, so yes to Margaret. There's a few years to yes to Margaret and yes to Walter. Right, we're going to go for a card. Walter's your dad, Jack. Right, let's go for a card. Does anybody know any good Christmas songs? Do we? I'm just counting the cards now. If anybody wants to give a message off, please feel free to put your hand down there. Linda, would you like to put your hand up, Linda? Linda's not answering me. Have you noticed, folks? She's not answering me. So where Margaret is and Walter, spirit side of life, this is where I want them. And I've also got the name of Stephen as well there. So the name of Stephen, a Margaret and a Walter all come in. So if you can understand all three names would be absolutely fantastic. Now, I know I'm having trouble with my garden fence or my garden gate. It's not hinged, I can't talk. There's something wrong with my garden gate or my garden fence, okay? And I'm having to draw this. It's like an old picket fence. But I believe where Stephen's connected, he would have put this fence up or something to do with a fence. Now, if that makes sense to the ladies who said they can understand the Walter and the Margaret, if you can acknowledge Stephen and the connection with the fence. I don't know why I have to mention a fence or a gate, but that's what I keep having to draw, and I'm drawing it down there. Not that I'm a very good drawer. I know I've got an array of spirit people here accumulating behind me, and I've got a feeling I've had quite a few recent passings this year. There's more than one, and that's how I feel. Okay, I can feel my energies dipping quite drastically here. And I know I've got recent passings as well. So my recent is within the last 6 months. I've had somebody who's passed to spirit side of life in connection with them 3 names. Now, if that makes sense to you folks, please give us a double yes down the bottom, because that's what I'm getting and that's what I need to say. Oh, thanks, Linda, for that. I think you could do exceptionally well by coming up and working your little self as well, like, instead of just expecting me to do it all, Linda. Right, so folks, this is the connection I want. I want a recent passing within the last 6 months, but I do know I've had quite a few more passings, more than one this year. I believe I've had about 3 passings this year, but the most recent one was 6 months. Within the last 6 months, somebody's recently passed spirit side of life. And I need the connection between the Margaret, the Walter and the Stephen. So if you can understand that, give us a yes down the bottom. But at the minute the feed stuck still. There's the card, folks, number 38. God, I'm tired. And that's exactly how I feel. I do believe I was trying her hardest here to connect from spirit side of life. She's going to give me such a clout in a minute. But I believe when this lady passed spirit side of life, she was so weary. She was so tired. And she just wanted to go. She'd totally had enough. And that's how I feel as I sense this lady's energy. She comes in. It's got nothing at all to do with the card. But that's how I feel. This lady talks about where her mouth was really, really dry, as if she was really dehydrated before she passed spirit side of life as well. But she tells me she deteriorated quite rapidly. She tells me she deteriorated quite rapidly. And right, I'm going to say as well, please, this lady, she lost a great deal of weight. She just suddenly stopped eating. She stopped eating, okay? And that's how I feel. But I feel as though I just fell asleep and I didn't wake up. I just went to sleep because I'd had enough. And that's how I feel, okay? So if this lady means anything to you or anybody, what I've just said, give us a double yes down the bottom. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'm going to come to the card, which is this one. Number 38 is the number I've chosen, even though I didn't ask you to put numbers in. But if I'm making sense at all to anybody who's listening, give me a yes down the bottom. Give us a yes. If you don't, I'm going to put no in the bottom, see if that works. I want to put I'm going to put, if I can spell it. I'm just waiting somebody to acknowledge what I've just said, even if it's a no. So I've decided to put jingle bells in to see if we've got any acknowledgement there, because it looks as though everybody's fallen asleep or they're fed up already. Right, so we're going to go with the card. So, number 38. Anybody pick it? Shall we go back down and have a look? Nobody's answered me since Linda said I was doing all right on my own. She's disappeared. Diane, you haven't even got it and you picked loads. Right, so no one's talking, I know. Well, that's all right, folks. If you want to put no, that's brilliant. At least I know you're still there. Right, so who's chosen 38? Nobody. So if nobody's chosen 38, let's just go with the 38, right? So I'm just going to read the card as it comes in. And then if it makes sense to you, take what you need to take, okay? So, and in between time, if you've got a question, ask the question. Like I said, if I know the answer, I'll give you it. If I don't, I don't. Right, folks. So, it's like the wise old owl, really, isn't it? And it's been here before. And that's what I'm going to say. And I want this where siblings are. So there's kids here, or grandkids here on the earth plane, and they're coming out with all sorts. And it's as if like they have been here before. They know things they shouldn't know. And that's how it is. But they're talking to grandparents and they're talking to family members that have passed away. Now the name of Tom comes in. I need to mention the name of Tom. But I believe where these kids are, and I'm saying kids because there's more than one, they have been here before, and they know things that they shouldn't know. So they're describing the grandparents. And I want this quite recently, but I've got a connection, really strong connection here with rainbows. There's something to do with rainbows. Somebody loves rainbows. And I can see, you know, the unicorn horses. I see them as well. That's what's been put in my mind's eye there. But I am going to say, wise old owl here. We have been here before. We know exactly what we're talking about, and we know what's going on. We know what's what. But I am going to say to you, we've been there. We've done it. We've got the T-shirt. And it's like I'm keeping my own counsel here. Keep things to yourself. Keep things very close to your chest. And need to keep your own counsel. And the owl is very, very wise. It is wise. But the owl can turn its head right the way around, can't it? It sees the front, it sees the back. So this card, in relation to, and the way I'm seeing it, or the way I'm reading it, which is really strange, is I try to see the good and the bad in everybody, okay? And I'm also getting from this card as well, that either I'm looking at alternative therapies or remedies, because I feel as though there's lots of healing that's needed here on the earth plane. So I am going to say, the name of Doris comes in here as well. So whether you can understand the name of Doris, I need to mention the name of Doris. But I do feel as though there's healing tendencies that are needed here on the earth plane. Okay, so lots of love and healing is being sent down from Spirit Side of Life in and around where a lady's concerned. Okay, but I am going to say to you as well, I see loads of things, so I'm very wise. I am very, very wise. And I don't let on to a lot of people what I know or what I see. And I feel quite spiritual with this card, okay? I feel quite spiritual with it. So if you're deciding to go along that path, I would advise you to, because you don't know what's around the corner. But I've got a fascination with feathers, and I've got a fascination with birds, especially eagles, birds of prey. And that's how I feel as I look at the card, okay? So, like I said, I've been here before, I've done it, and I've got the T-shirt. So you've got the knowledge, you've got the wisdom there, so the changes are coming in. What can I say? It's as if you've got it made in one sense, all right? But yeah, there's healing. So whether you're training to be an alternative therapist or there's therapies there, that's what's there, okay? And I'm also going to say to you as well, people once asked me about animals. As I looked at that card there, okay, Diane, would you understand where there would be a Labrador? A Labrador. I need a Labrador Spirit Side of Life, and I've also I've got a blue diamond here, all right? So I've got a connection with blue diamonds as well. So the blue diamonds, and I believe that's the ring that was left from Mum's Spirit Side of Life with a blue diamond in it, okay? A blue stone ring. That's what I have to mention. So that's where I'm bringing forward. And I've got that Labrador there as well, the black Labrador, the black lab. So again, folks, take on board what I've said there, where that card's connected. But again, like I said, you're very wise. old and long in the tooth to have the wool pulled over your eyes. You know what's going on around you. So just take that on board. That is all we've got for tonight. Other than for me to wish you all a Merry Christmas on this lovely Christmas Eve. Hopefully it'll be a white Christmas in the morning when there's loads of snow on the floor. Either way, I'm not really bothered because I'm off work. But enjoy wrapping the rest of your Christmas presents up. And just enjoy tomorrow. Make the most of it. So Merry Christmas to you all, and thank you very much for supporting us all this year round, with your likes and your shares. Totally appreciate it. So thank you very much, and Merry Christmas to you, and go dance around the Christmas tree or put music on and enjoy yourselves, okay? So, and if you've got a daft hat, put it on, like I just did, with the elf t-shirt, and have fun, because that's what life's about. It's about making memories and it's about having fun, okay? So enjoy the rest of the Christmas holidays, and I shall see you all again soon. So Merry Christmas from me and from Joseph and from my friends from the Spirit Realms. Good night, God bless.